And I found that statistic shocking. Big fluff blanket that we don't want to get yucky, otherwise it's got to go in the water.
No, I could have just bought flapjacks. They were literally in the shop.
Hello and welcome to another vlog.
Flapjack, baby!
So last night we went to a Bruce Springsteen concert. It was a birthday present for Joe back in November for his 30th, but we actually went last night. It was amazing. I'm going to show you some footage now. That was amazing. We had so much fun. The boys had some time away from us, which is the first time in a very long time really that they've had so much time away from us. They did awesome. I was so proud of them. We worked really hard in the build up to make sure that they'd be okay with it, but they just did so good. They really were amazing. I'm so proud of them. And so now we are having a really lazy day and Joe fancied making some flapjacks. So
Flappies.
he is gonna make some flapjacks. And then I thought it might be good today to talk a little bit about how we are building independence in these boys, because it is slightly different for neurodivergent children compared to neurotypical children. And so I'm just gonna take you along for that a little bit.
Preheat. Oven.
Joe's working on his independence as well, because baking is not something that comes naturally to him.
No, I could have just bought flapjacks. They were literally in the shop, but just make them.
Yeah. And you're playing your favourite game at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah.
Toilet tower defence. So they're playing it together, but they're in different rooms, so it's really sweet. They're like helping each other and stuff. It's like a kind of tactical team game, so it's actually quite good. So did you know that around 20% of autistic adults are in employment? And I found that statistic shocking when I first found out. That statistic alone is the main reason I started studying neurodiversity, because I was really shocked that so many neurodivergent people aren't in employment even though they're perfectly capable of working. It's just about us doing things slightly differently. So one of the things that's really important to me with my own children is that they have a future that's financially free and less stressful, because they're neurodivergent and I don't want them to live in poverty simply because people don't understand them. And part of doing that is building independence. So that's why I'm going to also share it with you guys so that you can think about how you're building independence and just support you with some ideas that I've come up with.
2 to 3 tablespoons. Question is, what is a tablespoon? Answer in the comments.
You're such a dork.
So making these flapjacks, trying to stir them with this thing. I'm assuming it's a stirrer. And Kate goes, I'd use a fork. This is what happens every time I cook. Kate comes in going, I'm doing it this way.
Joe is just so determined to do things his own way. It doesn't matter that I've baked for years and like have picked up a few tips.
Sorry, that is
and I'm just trying to help
perfectly
him.
mixed. Look, there's a flapjack right there.
Sorry, what did you just say?
I said, look, your fork's a crap idea.
No, you didn't.
Oh, it works no better.
It does work better.
So we've just had our first baking argument.
It's not our first baking argument.
Of the day.
Of today, yes.
As we are neurodivergent as well. Just baking is a struggle. Kate wants to tell me how to do things, and I don't like listening to people.
That pretty much sums up like our every argument.
That's everyone.
But also it works the other way around as well, because you tell me what to do and I don't like listening.
Exactly.
So it works both ways.
But when I do it to you, I'm in the wrong both sides.
Yes, absolutely. So one of the key ways that we are building independence is to only do things when they're ready for it. Because if we try and push them when they're not ready, they get upset, they get frustrated. And when you have neurodivergent children in particular, you really have to be mindful that milestones are just guidelines, and our children are going to show us that they're ready in different ways. Now, Artie, I think, is ready to start doing some cooking with me. His sensory needs are really high. So addressing their needs first. So I know that Artie has some sensory needs. So if I want him to touch things that are a bit slimy or a bit gross, then he's going to wear gloves, things like that. So that's one of the ways that you can help them build independence, is helping them to understand and address their needs by supporting them. Okay, so this boy is currently in a big fluff blanket that we don't want to get yucky, otherwise he's got to go in the wash. Okay, so how many of us are there?
4.
4. So we need how many plates?
4.
4. Can get. Another thing that they do a lot is give them some freedom of choice. You know, maybe it's not the same plates that I would choose. Does it really matter? How many do you think we need?
I'm
not sure.
I think maybe 6 pieces.
6?
Because,
Okay. So we were just putting sausages and bacon in the oven ready for our rolls, and someone had the best idea. Share with them your idea.
Pig and blanket.
Tell them.
I thought pig and blanket.
Pigs in blankets. Artie's just playing with Daddy for a second, and I thought I'd just talk about another thing that I just thought of, which is transitioning slowly. So when you're building independence for neurodivergent children, sometimes taking a leap from, you know, one example is leaping from bottles to cups. It sounds like a really simple leap, but actually it can be really, really hard. So buying the right stuff to help with transitions can be really good. My battery saver lights just come on, sorry. So I never have enough battery on my phone. So things like this, where we're upgrading to glass, so they have to be more careful, they have to be more mindful, but they've still got that lid, they've still got the straw, just makes that transition a little bit slower and a little bit easier on them. Well done, Artie. You did such a good job.
Go on, what'd you do?
Say thanks, Artie.
Thank you, Artie, you're genius.
Let's go.
Have a look.
Tasty.
What did I do?
Oh my goodness, that looks delicious.
So we had a delicious lunch. The flapjack was really good as well, actually. But now we are going to go on a little walk, and we're going to teach the boys a bit about safety on the roads, just reiterating things that we're talking about all the time. And we're just going to keep it really positive, because that's one of the other things that I found, is that you cannot teach, well, you can teach negatively, but it just has such an impact on how they view themselves and how they view progress and things like that. And for me, I just feel like it's such a better way to treat another human being, let alone your child, if you can do it through positivity. So lots of encouragement, lots of praise in everything that they achieve. Good boy, Woody, you waited. Thank you, I appreciate that.
I'm not gooder than I. If you did not.
What is soft?
With my hands.
Good job.
The safe, Artie? Go on.
Good job. You keeping an eye out as we walk? You keep monitoring the road for me. Well done. That's it. You kept us safe.
Middle, left, right.
That's right.
Middle, left, right.
Good boy. You kept us safe. Thank you.
Right. It's because normally go middle, and then left, and then they go right, don't they?
That's right. Yeah. And what else can we do other than looking?
hair.
What else can we do? Here, that's right. Good job. Giving them a wiggle jiggle. Well done. This little man here has been working for months to get used to the hairdryer. He has not liked it for years. But as his hair's got longer, it's been harder for it to just dry naturally. And so for the last few months, we've been trying really hard to get used to the hairdryer. And I am so stinking proud of him. He started off with like noise cancelling headphones and things to just help him. Distractions like TV, or he could play on my phone while I was doing it. And he's just got better and better. I've just finished doing his hair. He didn't want to be filmed, and it actually made me think of something else that's really important when we're building independence in neurodivergent children, is listening to their voices, because ultimately self-advocacy is really important, unfortunately, given the society that they're brought up in. And if we as parents are constantly not hearing their voice or not listening to their voice, then they're not going to grow in strength, and they're not going to feel confident advocating for themselves. So I was thinking about it, and I was trying to think of other examples where I would listen to him, and quite often he wants to wear something that I wouldn't necessarily think. I think probably generally speaking, fluffy socks with sandals or things like that, maybe you'd think, no, don't do that. But I just let him, because it makes him happy and it makes him comfortable, and that to me is so important. Hello. Did you miss me? You just went downstairs for a second. Look at this dry, lovely hair. You're going to show them your lovely dry hair? It's beautiful. Good boy. And now we're playing a game, not a gun. We're playing a game where if we move, he shoots us. Like, he says stop, and then you have to freeze. And we've got 5 lives. It's not got anything in it. It's just a pretend. But you're excited to play it, aren't you?